Oh, hey there, homemade chef here, hanging out by the grill, trying to get away from light. You hear that? Can you hear that sound? That's light. It's loud. It gets in your head, especially when it gets in your head, it gets loud. Light can come in lots of forms, from work, traffic, something at home even. Now, scientists have actually proven that the closer the proximity you are to a grill that's working, life actually gets quieter. Okay, fine, there's no real science behind that whatsoever. But where there is real science is behind marinades. Now, marinades can do a lot of things to your meat, especially poultry, something that doesn't take a long time to cook. Now, what does a marinade do? A marinade basically comes from the Latin word, aqua marina, which means brine. A brine is just very salty water. But a marinade does have rules. Besides just salty water, it requires something, either a high enough acidic level or a high enough enzyme level. What does that do? It chemically cooks the meat, and it actually causes it to permeate, and it takes the flavors of the rest of the marinade in with it. That's right, that's the sound of life still happening around me as I make a video. Now, here's a little something to show you just how a piece of meat actually absorbs the marinade over time because of the way the salt makes the water heavier than the meat itself. The water wants to balance itself, make itself equal. We have a sponge here, just plain tap water. All right, make sure it's nice and full of water. Next to it we have plain tap water, but with some of my tulip red frosting dye for when I bake. I'm going to take that, put it in there. All right, like I said, because the water's heavier, it wants to balance itself. So even though it's fresh and it's juicy chicken, juicy turkey, whatever it may be, putting it into a marinade, into a brine, it's still, some of it goes in. No matter how full it is, it wants to balance itself. As you can see how it works. Now today we have a whole chicken, we butterflied open. I took it, I brined it, that's right, we made a marinade brine for it. We had a lot of salt, water, we also had lime juice, orange juice, and grapefruit juice, not to mention the zest from the lime and the orange themselves. A little chipotle powder, a little bit of tequila to make it fun, a little bit of, what do we have? Garlic, salt, pepper as always, and a little cilantro. Now here we have it cooking right over the heat. We've got it cooking right on the hardwood. We're not worried about burning the skin right now because the flavor is going into the meat. The skin's actually just working like a suntan lotion to help moisten it, keep it good. So we're just going to throw that away, but what are we going to serve with it if we're not going to serve the skin with all that extra flavor on the outside from the grill? Right next to it, we have a whole grapefruit. We hollowed it out, got just the rind, and we stuffed it with a homemade salsa, tomatoes, peppers, onion, good stuff like that. We have corn on the cob cooking in the house. Right here we have green beans and sweet red bell peppers steaming with a little bit of beer, butter, salt, pepper, and garlic as always. We're going to close the lid up right now because we're not just cooking directly, with direct heat directly over the coals. We're also conductively with the grill itself closed up, just like your oven in the house, baking it as well. Well, like I said at the beginning, doesn't matter what the problems are in life. The closer you get to the grill, with the right marinade and a little time spent, all problems can be solved.